Hi, everybody. Okay, it's
Hey.
Monday. It's March. Rent is due.
Oh, geez. Monday fun day.
Rent is due. And welcome to the feed, everybody. We're glad that you're taking up space here with us. Love our audience. And God has just been moving so incredibly, Alyssa. This is my beautiful co-host.
Hi, guys. Definitely.
And
I'm Alyssa.
yeah, your beautiful smile today. I love your hair, the way it's pulled back from your face
Thank
today.
you. Oh
So
my gosh.
pretty.
I didn't feel like doing it, so I just put it in a bun. So that honestly makes me feel good. Also, Lisa, you always look gorgeous. So
Oh my gosh, I literally okay. Full disclosure.
I'm ready.
Okay. Up at 5 this morning, okay, literally left Los Angeles, got in the car, made a beeline for here, okay, called Kelsey, our guest, on the phone. Oh my gosh, I need 30 extra minutes. Called you, called Mike, our amazing producer, who's in the background, as always, doing amazing work. This is really his brainchild, the feed, which we're so grateful to him. I always want to give him a shout out, Alyssa, because without him, none of this would be possible. And then, of course, we have an amazing guest today. So excited to be able to hear from her. And without the faces of epilepsy, meaning epileptics in this amazing community, we just wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing this work with the podcast and having this beautiful community that's really morphed into this family of epileptics, that it's almost like weird to even say epileptics and label this amazing community as epileptics, because I look at all of you as warriors.
Thank you. So
All
just
the
say warriors
epileptics
instead, or people with epilepsy. Don't label it as epileptics.
Yeah,
That's fine. Perfect.
yeah,
We're your warriors. 100%.
yeah. You're warriors. Yeah, not warriors. Warriors. Okay,
Warrior.
it's your warriors, and it's your warriors. And so yeah, full disclosure, I drove and I literally slid in to the house.
How much you care about this. We see
I slid into the house and I'm like, makeup, bam, makeup, real quick. And I didn't do my hair, nothing, girl. I mean, this is hair that I slept in last night.
You look gorgeous.
And so thank you.
Yes, again, for the people at the feed, we do not care if you're done up, have makeup on, or, don't have your hair done. We want you for you. We want to see you in our live sessions on Friday at 10 p.m. Literally, however you come, we will accept you. Right, Lisa?
Yeah. So anyway, so that's that. Threw on my green in honor of March, but also in honor of our guest's father. I was able to drill down on her and see that green is an important color to her. So maybe she'll talk about that today on the show.
Yes.
But I'm so excited that we always, we've been having a lot of guests on, and we've been having some amazing content from Liberia to Colleen Quinn and her work that she's doing with passing legislation with regard to seizure safe schools. And she lives kind of around the corner from you. So anyway, with all of that said, without further ado, Mike, can we bring our amazing guest on today, who really has a real beautiful story about being seizure free now for 15 years. This is a really big deal, because of course everybody wants to know.
15 years.
Right? That's amazing, right, Kelsey?
Oh, I'm ready to hear this.
Yeah. So I think everybody's wondering, how do we become seizure free? And if that's even possible, because obviously we know there's also drug resistant epilepsy, which Alyssa has. And maybe she can ask some questions to you, but I know
40% of cases are drug resistant. Yeah.
So you know a lot, and we're going to unpack a lot today. But first of all, I wore green, okay, in your father's honor. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about the importance of green in your dad's life. And then just tell us a little bit about your story and your journey with epilepsy. I think it's important for us to lay a foundation of when you got epilepsy, how that all started, and then kind of where you're at today.
So the importance of green right now is that my dad is fighting liver cancer.
Wow. Sorry to hear that.
the symptoms started as like a little bit before Christmas, and he had surgery February the 9th. He had what was called a Whipple procedure.
Mm.
He had like parts of the stomach, the liver, the pancreas, like the small intestine removed. He had to go back to the hospital not this Sunday night, but the last Sunday night, throwing up blood and everything. It was like it was really bad.
Mm.
But it turned out, it's just a trial and error of what he's having to learn,
Mhm.
what to eat, what he can't eat,
Mhm.
and he got sick again. Yes, day before yesterday, but it wasn't really bad or anything. But
Mm.
he's a lot better today. He's just really tired.
Oh, praise God. We're so glad that he's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, please let him know that we'll put him on our prayer list and be praying for his health. And he sounds like he's your hero.
Well, he's my only living parent.
Um,
Oh,
that's
wow.
also and also he is your hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom passed away in a tragic car accident 2.5
Oh,
years ago. So
I'm sorry to hear
oh
that
wow.
too. Wow.
Yeah, so you've been through a lot. But you're still here and you're still standing and you're bringing hope and a lot of advocacy, to epilepsy and to the community of epilepsy. And we connected in an epilepsy group of warriors. We call them all warriors because you are warriors.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about when was your first seizure?
my first seizure was Christmas Day, 1995.
Okay.
Will
Wow.
be 31 years on Christmas. I was 16 months old. My mom had just got home from working an all-night shift as a labor and delivery nurse,
Okay.
and my dad was an ambulance driver back then.
Mhm.
And I just went limp. My dad's shoulder turned black as soot and just quit breathing. And I was, he just started CPR on me and took me to Columbus. And my pediatrician referred me to Children's of Alabama. I went to Children's and I was diagnosed at 16 months. I was as epileptic. I didn't have my first surgery until I was 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the first seizure patient to have brain surgery at Children's of Alabama in December 2003.
Wow.
I was
Wow.
just about to ask some questions. Wow.
That's a big deal. Alyssa, do you want to ask a question about that with regard to the surgery there in Alabama when she was a child?
Yeah. So, did they diagnose you with any certain type of epilepsy? And like, what type of surgery did they do? Since it was like the first one you said.
Well, I started off as a young child. I started off with absent seizures,
Okay.
but
Mm,
as I got older, they developed into grand mal seizures,
mm,
and they did. Um, they said I had too much brain as a child,
interesting.
Too
so
much
they had
brain.
so they had to take some out.
What does that mean exactly?
Uh,
Can you
yeah.
expound on that?
Like I had more brain than the average person.
Like the
Like
actual.
the brain was just larger? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So they had to take some out, but they took part out where the seizures were coming from.
Okay.
I
Okay.
see. Okay. Yeah, because not everybody is a candidate for this surgery that Kelsey's talking about. So we want to make sure that our audience understands that. It's not like everybody can just go in
Go in and
and
get.
have
No,
this.
I was at risk of SUDEP
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a child.
As a child. And they told your parents that you had were at risk for SUDEP and had a propensity to possibly pass away of SUDEP.
Yes. So
Wow.
Wow.
that's what made me qualify for that surgery, and I had a second brain surgery in March or April of 2005, and that caused me that affected like the peripheral vision, I have no peripheral vision, and that affected the nerve feeling on my left side. I have no nerve feeling on my left side. I had to relearn how to walk and grip things with my left hand. The only thing that didn't change with my left hand was the ability to throw a softball left-handed or bat left-handed. Everything else had to change. I used to write my left hand. I used to bowl left-handed.
My
Wow. So you had to
gosh.
completely retrain yourself. Is
Yeah, that's just
just
what
curious,
happens.
is that surgery is that covered by insurance? I'm just curious. Do they cover does insurance cover those surgeries when children go in for those?
I think most of the hospitals
Mhm.
stay is covered by insurance, but a lot of it was not covered by insurance. So,
Mhm.
like, all between, like, my 2 brain surgeries, the 4 craniotomies, the 7 cosmetic reconstructions I had all before 17, a lot of that my parents
Wow.
had to pay out of pocket, which was
I was
hundreds
gonna
of thousand
say,
dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
that's
thinking it was
so up
probably
there.
way, way up there, and that probably some of it was covered by insurance, but then other parts are not. Yeah. Um, well, gosh, I mean, that was a lot of surgeries that you had. And then a lot of plastic surgeries, it sounds like reconstruction surgeries, as well on top of that. Did you just say 17 surgeries? Did I understand that correctly?
No, I had 13 surgeries before I turned 17 years old.
13 is still a lot
Yeah.
before 17. I mean, that's like, do you ever feel like it's a miracle, Kelsey, that you're here still alive?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't supposed to live to see 3.
Wow. How
Now,
does that
how
make
does that
you
make you
feel?
feel?
Oh my gosh, look at Alyssa and I. We're like asking the same questions.
Like,
Our producer Mike's got to be like, "Oh my gosh, you're so in alignment right now." We're both leaning in because we want to know. I love you, Alyssa.
because I love you too. But Kelsey, yeah, how did that make you feel? But also, when you were old enough to realize that this was happening to you,
Mhm.
how did how did that affect the way that you saw yourself, if it
Mhm.
did?
Well, most of the surgeries, I was too young to really comprehend what was going on.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But I mean, I went through a period of depression about 10 years ago, and I'm like, why me? I'm like, why does it have to be me? Because I can't drive. So I'm like,
Mhm.
like, what's the point?
Mhm.
But I mean, once I finally started volunteering about almost 3 years ago, I finally found my purpose in life.
Mm. That's awesome.
It feels good
What's
And,
when you have that.
and
what's the
the,
longest time that you were in the hospital? What was the longest hospital stay that you had during that time?
almost 2 weeks.
Almost 2 weeks. And was that when you were younger, when you couldn't really, really make sense of what was going on?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. And then once, now you've been seizure free for how many years?
14.
14 years now. How does that feel
Awesome.
to be seizure
Feels
free for 14 years? Look at that smile.
it feels great. I mean, I've been able to travel solo. I mean, I've done skydiving. I mean,
What?
parasailing.
Whoa!
Okay, I literally am like, Mike, oh gosh, what do you think of this right now? Okay, you went skydiving?
Yeah,
That's sick.
for
That is so cool.
my
I'm
25th birthday, I went skydiving.
Wow. Okay, so are you taking any medicine still, or are you, like, completely just after they did all those surgeries, seizure free, and you don't need to kind of follow a regimen?
I'm on medication.
Do you mind if I ask, like, what type of medication and how, like, what are the milligrams? If you're comfortable opening up about that kinda stuff.
I take uh Topamax 400 milligrams a day, and I take 1 milligram of Klonopin at night.
1 milligram of Klonopin. Now, have you been on these medications for the 14 years, or Like,
Topamax, I've been on it almost 24 years.
Wow.
wow.
Klonopin, I've been on it almost 24 years.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
Wow.
you've been
Those
on it
those
for most of your life.
those are my only seizure medicines. I take
Mhm.
antidepressants, sleep aids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
And I would imagine some of that is because of also the epilepsy, because it always seems like it's a byproduct of that because it's the neurological piece.
Mhm.
There's also a trigger for our audience that's listening in. There's also studies out there that show that if somebody is diagnosed with bipolar, it can be an inhibitor of epilepsy.
Oh,
And
wow.
so a lot of people that are diagnosed with bipolar or BPD, they also have a propensity to being diagnosed with epilepsy. So one is an inhibitor of the other. So that's information that's out there that you can chat GPT and different things like that. So when the medications that you're on, were you ever afraid at any point of being, having the surgeries?
There was only one surgery I was afraid of. It might have been my 10th or 11th surgery. They were going to do a cosmetic surgery. They were going to take a piece of bone out, slice it like an Oreo cookie,
Mm.
and put it back in.
For what? Just the hope that it was gonna do something to make
Well,
your seizures less? Or
it was a it was like there was like hardware issues.
Oh.
because when you said cosmetic, I was like, but you could do cosmetic and just, like, in your brain? I didn't even know that. Okay.
No, it
Makes
was like a
sense.
skull. It was like a skull thing,
Okay.
not down to the brain. A skull issue.
Okay, got it.
Oh, that was going on. Um,
Wow.
what do you remember about that day? Going in for surgery. Do you remember anything from that day?
Uh, um, I remember and my mom's mother being there. My cousin Erin was probably there. And my dad being there. My sister was too young to, be in the waiting room because she was only 6.5. So she was staying with a friend. So, but I mean, I was thinking to myself I could handle it, and I was thinking one of my parents needed to be with my sister, and you know,
Mhm.
Thinking
I
of
was
other people, wow.
yeah, I was trying to think about everybody else,
Yeah,
but
that
mys but
says
but myself.
that says a lot
Yeah.
about you too, in a good way, meaning,
Mhm.
like, you were going through all
Mhm.
of this hardship, yet you are still caring about the other people surrounding you. Wow, that's
Mhm.
beautiful.
Mhm. How long was your recoveries after that surgery? Do you remember how long your recoveries were?
I know my first brain surgery was 10 days.
Hmm. Was that
I
the
think
longest recovery you ever had?
well, I think the longest hospital stay I ever had was, like, close to 2 weeks.
Okay.
Wow.
And then the recovery after you came out. Did you did you did you know right away that you were going to be seizure free, or did you just start to become seizure free and then go, "Oh my gosh, I might be seizure free for the rest of my life?" Like I want to know, like, how did that process play out in your mind?
Well, I think after not this last seizure, but the one before that, we just realized that we probably needed to, like, to up my Klonopin just a little bit.
Mhm. Mhm.
That way, in case if I miss a dose,
Mhm.
there would be, like, a safety net,
Mhm.
and once we did that and I we just kinda, like, found the right regimen, and
And
I
then that was that. And then you've just been seizure free now for all these years. And you
well,
just, I mean,
my
that's been amazing.
Well, my neurosurgeon said that once I went through puberty, the seizures could have kind of like resided for a while.
Hormonal, yeah, very common. But you basically learn to trust your body.
Yeah, that's the
And
biggest
I
thing.
was thinking like there's maybe like sort of like a faith walk there, in a sense, because you did have a neurologist kind of guiding you through the process, but 1 year turned into 2 years, turned into 3 years, turned into 4 years, turned into 5 years, turned into six. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
eventually, Kelsey was like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't had a seizure." Like, kind of looking back, over 10 years. And that's a really big deal. And we're just so happy for you here, and just the way you light up when we talk about you being seizure free. Your whole
That's good.
countenance changed when we talked about being seizure free. And
Yeah.
do you feel well now? Do you feel good? Do you feel like you're on a good trajectory now with your body and your
Yeah.
health?
Moving forward.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I usually walk around town since I can't drive, and I usually average about 300 miles a year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And walking is great for you. Like, literally,
Mhm.
walking is one of the best things for you, and a lot of people don't understand that, so that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Are there any challenges that still remain? I know that you are an avid athlete. Okay. I think you pretty much have done it all. You talked about skydiving, which I don't know if I'd consider that athletics, but maybe, I guess.
But softball,
Yeah, but
like,
Volleyball.
softball, karate, you've done a
that's
lot.
awesome.
Did you continue in that, or did you find that there were some challenges of having to walk away from some of the sports that you really did love?
I did have to walk away from karate for a while
Mhm.
because I had seizures during karate
Yeah.
class.
Yeah, it's a
I
combat
took
sport, so yeah. Mhm.
so I took a break from karate for several
Mhm.
years, and I went back, and after I turned about 21, and I started at 9 in karate, took a break for several years, went back at about 21, and got about 3 more belts in less than 2 years,
Nice.
and
So awesome.
got to my purple belt and decided
Yeah.
Yay! I love
that's as
it.
far as I could do physically.
That's great. What a great color.
Purple belt, well, yes, of course, purple.
It was
But your
only
purple
3 away
belt
from
is
black belt,
I was
so
just about to say, I used to do karate too, I understand. I didn't get my black
Um,
belt either.
oh my
I
god.
never stepped away from softball or volleyball.
Well, if you're ever in New Jersey, let's go play softball together because I miss it so much.
Aw, I
What
love that.
I was gonna say, what
I might be close to Jersey this summer. I'm going to New York this summer.
Ah,
for
yay!
what?
A bunch of my me and a bunch of my friends from my hometown are taking a motor coach up to New York for a few days.
Look
Oh, that's
at her.
awesome.
Okay, passenger princess.
Yeah, that's all of us.
I love it.
That's
That's Alyssa's
awesome.
line.
And
Yes, it
I
is.
just went to the Bahamas in January.
Oh, you're living the
Wow. Oh my
life.
gosh. I'm sure Mike's in the background just going like, wow, this is
That's what my
amazing.
picture was on the
Yeah,
Facebook
I saw.
post.
It's
The
so beautiful.
senior frogs in the
Yes, you're
Bahamas.
I hear you. I hear you.
Oh my
I can't stop
goodness.
smiling. My face hurts.
I know. Me too. I'm smiling so much. My face
Like,
is hurting. I
no,
love this so much.
Kelsey, I seriously love hearing your story too. So
Yeah.
because it reminds me that it is possible.
Yes.
It is
Yeah.
100% possible to be seizure free and to live
Yeah.
a lavish, full life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that I'm just so happy for you. I do actually have another question because I want I want to understand this in my life personally. How did this affect you and your family's relationship? Did they support you? I mean, obviously you were very little, so it seems like they did, but from your perspective now, like looking
They
back,
were very supportive. We've only grown closer due to my epilepsy.
you see. I'm getting emotional because that's what I love to hear.
Yeah.
I absolutely love to hear that because I know a lot of people don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry to make a turn, but like
Mm-hmm.
it makes me feel supported knowing that you feel supported in that because I
Yeah.
can't necessarily say the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing that we can build this community, seeing that you have support and Lisa has support, and knowing that I do too now,
Mm-hmm.
it's such an incredible feeling. And I I know that your dad is going through a lot right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact is that we will also be there to support him as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you can always turn to us if you ever need anything else as well. Okay? Because we know that that is a very, very hard thing to live through as well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, while we bring the show to a close, I just have one closing question for you, Kelsey. If you could describe your journey in one word, what would that be?
If I had to describe my journey in one word, I guess it would probably be hard. Because we went through many hard days. I mean, at one point, my parents were sleeping in the back of their Jeep while I was in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
just to stay near me in case
Yeah.
something were to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and all the sacrifices my sister had to make
Mm-hmm.
going from house to house. And I wouldn't. Logan, my sister, had to grow up so fast because of me, and now she's the mama hen of the family since mom's passed, and having to be the mama hen's dad, and so
Mm.
I would describe it. I would describe it as hard.
Knowing that, would you do it again? The surgery?
I would to get me where I am today.
Amen. Amen. That's the right answer. We love you so much. We're so grateful that you're a part of Faces of Epilepsy. We're so happy that you came on and shared your story today. I am so blown away by your accomplishments and what you've been able to do with how hard this journey has been for you and the things that you've had to bring yourself through. You have a very high, I don't know if anybody's ever told you this before, but you have a very, very high AQ. It means your adaptability quotient is way, way up there. It means that you're able to bring yourself through situations with great
wow.
strength and pivot very, very quickly
The resilience.
in order to transition with strength and fortitude. So please be very, very proud of yourself today. Alyssa, do you have any final thoughts?
I just want to say that I'm actually so proud that I'm able to look up to somebody
Mhm.
who has been through it all, and knowing that I have a support, and knowing that if anything were to ever happen, I can turn to you and ask for advice, to be honest, and that's an amazing thing. Oh my gosh. Just hearing that you're literally 14, almost 15 years seizure free, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Because that's all I want for this community. I want us to obviously like talk to each other and find things that work with each other and help each other get seizure free, because I also think having an outlet is a very, very important, I guess, like I don't wanna say thing, but it's very important to have that. So, just thank you for being on this podcast. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, from all of us, we love you, Kelsey. We hope you have a blessed rest of your week. And thank you again from all of us at the feed. Bye, everybody.
retreating back. Really, really nice micro there by the Bretonian Cavs. So they do manage to flee the scene.